how I do it, why use a business coach, and then how to get me some referrals. Right. As Samantha said, I've spent 18 years in the corporate world. I've got an international background, being Lebanese, grew up in Greece, went to an English school, moved to the UK, so I was a bit of a confused child growing up. But that came in handy when I started getting international positions in companies, European or global positions. And to make a long story short, I worked my way up, starting from marketing assistant up to marketing director in the most recent job. And the types of leadership roles that I've had, I'll just give you one example to show you the different personality changes I've had to do, actually. My first job, I was working in the head office of a pharmaceutical company, the head office for the Middle East region. I was a young girl in my early to mid 20s, and after a couple of years I was given 4 male sales managers in their 40s across the Middle East to manage. Exactly. It took about, it wasn't easy. It took about 2 years to earn their trust, but once that happened, everything was great. So I was slightly on the aggressive side. Then I moved to the UK. I left that job, moved to the UK, and started managing a team of young English girls in the same manner. That didn't go down too well. I was taken to one side and told, right, you need to tone it down a bit because that's not going well here. So I went to the other extreme. I became really passive, and then gradually over the years found my way back to somewhere in the middle. So I've had a lot of leadership roles. I got fed up with the corporate world and decided I need to do something on my own. So I got out of there and I started thinking, what is it that I'm good at? What are my strengths? I have a process. You've all heard about my 90-minute consultation. Now, this is more of a diagnosis. I go, once I get the lead, I have a phone call with them just to qualify, are they worth my time? Otherwise, I'm not going to bother. When I go and I meet with them for 1.5 hours, I diagnose the business. So in that 1.5 hours, they tell me where their challenges are, where their current challenges are, why they started out in business, and I can give some suggestions. It's actually free advice for 1.5 hours. But then I decide where we need to focus on should they decide to become a client. The next step, once they sign on, the next step is what I call an alignment. Now this is a much longer questionnaire or consultation, and the purpose of this is to determine where the business is now, but in much more detail than the first session. Clarify personal and business goals. Now this is a lot of fun when you have a husband and wife team and you're doing this, and you just suddenly they discover that their goals are completely different.
5 minutes.
And okay, and I've actually had people burst into tears in this. So once these personal and business goals, which are very much linked together when you're a business owner, are out in the surface, we put together a 12-month action plan. Now this is flexible and this depends on what actually comes out of the alignment. If they need to be focusing on specific marketing campaigns, that's what we'll do. There is a process to business coaching, and the most effective is a 12-month period, but if something is urgent, we won't ignore it. So what I do, there are several programs which are all weekly or bi-weekly coaching sessions if you want to go on the long-term monthly coaching. There are also workshops. I do joint workshops with the London team. You've been invited to some of them in the past. I do my own seminars, like you've all been invited, chapter members have been invited to, and for a few weeks' time. 90-day plans where you can actually walk out of a session with a plan of what you're going to do on a daily basis for the next 90 days. Now this is very energizing and motivating. It's great if you know what you're going to do for the next 90 days and quantify it. That's really usually very good. So, why use a coach? What a coach does, and it's been mentioned several times, is what I do is I hold the business owner accountable. You all know, if you're a business owner, you've got great ideas, you know what you want to do, but do you actually do them? The problem is taking action and actual implementation. What I do, apart from the advice that I give, is hold their hand or give them a slap if it's not done. These people are paying me, and they know that, not but you know, I'm being paid. So imagine you're paying somebody and you have to report back into them on a weekly basis, whether it's face-to-face or on the phone. And then it's like school, having to tell your teacher, I haven't done my homework.
2 minutes.
Okay, ooh. I was going to mention, okay, that's what a coach does. In terms, I just want to give you an example of a case that happened to me last week. I started a new client a month ago. And she was selling, this is a ladies' clothes shop, who was selling £500 worth of clothes a week. And her target was to hit £3,000 a week by the end of the year. Last week at our coaching session, she had hit 2,700 just by doing a few things and implementing a few strategies we talked about. One of them was raising her prices. She phoned me up 2 days ago saying she's already hit the 3,000. So imagine how that made me feel, absolutely rewarding. I just wanted to talk to you about what makes a good referral to me. It's a business owner. First of all, I work across any sector, you know that, which is why it's difficult sometimes for me to be specific. But a good referral is a business owner who has, these are going to go, I'm giving handouts so you don't need to write them, has a profitable business that's not growing as fast as it did a few years ago, already has a successful business and wants to grow it and be better, turnover preferably greater than £500,000, spends a lot of marketing on advertising but doesn't really see the benefit, wants to put systems in place, someone who says business is not it's not as fun as it used to be, open mindset to accepting help. Another type of referral I like is a potential strategic partner, and these could be accountants, bankers, lawyers, IFAs, bookkeepers, marketing companies, etc., etc. Hands up if you've just been mentioned here. So that's several referrals for me next week. And not a poor referral is a business who's about to go under. I'm not the magic bullet.
That's for Barry. Yeah.
I was about to say that. Send them to Barry. Is it finished? Or? Oh, can I have another minute?
Yeah, go on.
And I just wanted to mention some clues for you to look out for. Like, is there anyone that you used to do business with where the service is getting poorer and you're thinking of changing? This could be a hairdresser, it could be a gym, a nursery, a shop. Do you see lots of staff changes and you don't get the personal service that you used to? Is the business owner doing the work themselves to save money rather than employ somebody, or rather than for enjoyment? Have you stopped going somewhere that used to be good? Do you have a client whose business is clearly in trouble but can still be salvaged? If it can't, it can go to Barry again. So, and listen out for comments such as, I'm stressed, I'm fed up, I'm exhausted, I want more customers, I want better customers. If you hear those statements, refer them to me.
Questions?
Thank you. Any questions?
Do you give a guarantee?
I do give a guarantee, and my guarantee is after 4 months of coaching, if you don't see any results, I'll coach you for free.
Brilliant.
Any other questions?
Quickly.
You invited us for some seminar in
Yeah.
a couple of weeks. What are the things that we should bring if we are going to your seminar?
Nothing, just yourself. Yeah, I'll bring everything.
I missed that. What was that? Bring one?
I just wanted to say that you
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you.